Today, we're going to talk about high school basketball and why so many people struggle with the thought of playing for different coaches and playing in the system and doing it the old fashioned way.
New Chanel, Mama and Gucci, got out the hoop, yeah. Been through hell, carry the, life is a movie, yeah. We prevail, now we do the groupies, don't do the groupies, yeah. Got money for bail, don't act like you knew me, knock off your koofy, yeah. Flooded the road with Ethan, Hellcat Katrina the Beamer, blowing the money like Freeman. I got a flex in the sleepers, they tryna do me like Caesar. You gotta watch for the creepers, I got the eye to see you.
Hey, welcome back. Today, well, first of all, let me say I want to thank you guys for all the feedback. A lot of people are giving me a lot of different topics and different things to talk about. If there's something that's pressing on your mind, well, let's talk about it. And not only will we talk about it, we'll do some different live things and stuff like that, just to help you guys out, help you to bridge the gap. Whether you're an athlete or a parent or no matter who you are, maybe you just have some questions that can help us out. Continue to do that. So you guys can email us at dreamchasersnd@gmail and, send us a message, drop us a note. Today, I want to talk about high school basketball. It just seems like high school basketball is becoming the villain, and there's no real reason why it should be. I mean, I get a lot of these podcasts because I talk to a lot of different people, and I was talking to some parents, and they were just talking about how slow the high school game is, and how practice is slow, and they don't run much, and it's more of a structure. Okay, well, I just want to talk about a couple things that can help you to adapt to playing high school basketball. First thing I want to talk about is this. Before you even get to high school, why don't you make sure that you watch the coach, watch the system, understand what you're getting yourself into? I'm not a big fan of running from place to place. So if you're looking at a high school and maybe they move too slow or maybe they're in a system that you're not going to flourish, well, take that and you got to understand like maybe I need to do something else. I mean, before you even get in there, don't get in there and think that you're just going to change what the offense is going to do. You're going to have to work through the offense first. Another thing that you got to remember is that coaches are not dumb. They understand who the dogs are. They understand who can play, who can get up and down. So typically, if you're one of the better players and you're not playing, there's something you're not doing right. Maybe you need to study just a little bit. What I mean by studying, like knowing the system and knowing how to manipulate the system. That's all a lot of varsity and college basketball is. I mean, a lot of times you get up and down and you play, which makes sense if you make the right play. But a lot of times coaches want you to slow down and run plays, which is okay. So you got to pick and choose your spots. I mean, if there's times when you need to move the basketball, you need to make the right play, we'll make the right play. But there's times when you look within the offense and then you need to break down players and get to the basket or break down players and get your shots. Understanding how to work at it. I know a lot of times you go to different basketball training or you play AAU basketball and it's more than one-on-one. Okay. Now, but when you get in the season, you need to. I talked about this one time before on another daily lesson where knowing where to get your shots at. Where are you going to get most of your shots at? If you're normally on the right side of the floor every time the play is set, and maybe you're going back door, or maybe you're coming off a screen, you're curling, you need to work these things so that by the time you catch the basketball, now your percentage is higher. And guess what? When your percentage is higher and there's more production, now you get to the point where they have to keep you on the floor. Now they have to deal with some of that more one-on-one stuff as long as you're efficient. Learn to be patient. Learn to take your time to move the basketball, all right, to share the ball with your teammates. That's always going to be a plus for anybody. We don't look at a lot of times how passing the basketball can make you valuable. I mean, most of the best players around are going to be some of the best passers. They're going to be the smartest guys or girls on the floor. Lastly, you got to play D and you got to rebound. I mean, that's just got to be non-negotiable. If you can play defense and you can rebound, you can almost play almost anywhere in America, unless you just got a varsity team full of players that are all going D1 and maybe you're not on that level yet. But if you can play defense, All right. If you can play defense, I mean, stopping somebody, I'm going to say it again. You can play defense and you can stop somebody. That changes the game. And then rebounding, you have to finish, you have to seal the deal. Can't play defense and not rebound. This goes for you, even if you're a little guard. You have to find a way to play D and rebound. And I guarantee you, if you use some of these practices that I talked about today, high school basketball is going to be it's going to be a more enjoyable experience for you. But this has to come from you. And just remember, like I said, the coaches know who the dogs are. They know who are the people on the floor that can play. They're not that dumb. Just believe that. So if you work at your game to become one of the dogs, you're going to play. Got to play defense, got to rebound. It got to make sense. I want to thank you guys for watching. Take care.